Hello, my name is Peter Ray, and welcome to my channel, A Catholic Life of Struggle. I'm starting this channel as I'm on a mission in Alaska, you could call it. Spent a year up here, and really I wasn't planning on making this channel. I've been working on trying to build up 3 different channels at the same time, and this would make a 4th channel, and I really didn't want to do this. But for the last couple of weeks, some stuff has happened that's caused me to question whether I should just make this channel now. I've been thinking about doing this for years now. Actually, ever since I was 5, I wanted to get into more faith-based stuff. As a 5-year-old, I decided I wanted to become a priest, and I started memorizing the Mass. I had the Mass memorized by the age of 7 or something. But as I got older, I realized I wasn't called to the priesthood, but I still loved my faith and always wanted to talk about this stuff. But, again, I had so many other things I was doing that I'm like, I'm going to have to wait till I'm bigger, I have more time, and you can do this. Last month, but especially the last couple of weeks, have been crazy with just, okay, maybe I should. And that's because I've had multiple dreams where I'm walking down a road or I'm walking in a city street, and I just have people coming up to me in my dream and asking me, why haven't I done this yet? And I'm like, okay, when am I supposed to get out of this? And then I had a dream that Father Mike Schmidt showed up to me, and we had a conversation about this. By that point, I was like, okay, God, are you trying to tell me something? Do you want me to do this now? So I decided maybe I should think about it. And I started thinking and praying about it more, and realized really probably should just start this thing, because God wants me to do this. He'll find a way to give me the time to do it. He'll find a way to give me the wisdom on knowing what to say. It's not up to me. So I'm like, despite what I thought my timing is, maybe God has a different timing. And so if this channel doesn't blow up, that's okay with me. But I don't know why, but it feels like God is really calling me to try to start this now, even if it's going to be a really big struggle to try to do all of my channels at once while also trying to work full time. But again, I don't know. Maybe God's going to have this channel just blow up almost immediately, and I can help other people with their faith, just answering questions, different stuff like that, just talking about my faith, talking about questions you guys have, whatever it is, and then not have to actually worry about having that other extra job, building my other incomes outside of just a 9-to-5 type job. I don't know what God's calling with this, but the point is, God is the one in charge. And the truth is, it's not like I don't know my faith. I grew up in Steubenville, Ohio. A lot of you guys probably know that name. I used to work for Dr. Scott Hahn. I, grew up with a bunch of very faithful Catholics around me. I could start naming off people, and you would probably recognize a lot of them. But I'm just going to leave it at that. And the truth is, this is what I want to do with my life. I made a promise to God when I was 17 years old that I would dedicate my life to bring people closer to Him and closer to their true self. The big thing being the fact of I felt like there was no one really supporting me in being my true self. And so I'm like, I want to dedicate my life to helping other people become more of themselves. Whether that's, getting in to writing more or whatever it is, having someone to be there to encourage you guys. Well, this channel, my other channels are more dealing with that second part of encouraging people to be their true selves when it comes to creativity, when it comes to, making movies or writing books. Or one channel is on helping people figure out the keys to YouTube. But the big thing is this channel, I want to do with the faith side. My dream would be one day to be the type of person who could go around giving talks at conferences or youth rallies, whatever it is, helping other people with their faith, helping people draw closer to Christ. And so really what I want to do with this channel, I see a lot of channels out there of people talking from a theology side of the point. This is what we believe as Catholics. This is what the Catechism teaches. This is what the Church Fathers teaches, And while I will talk about that some stuff, I personally am going to push more for less. These are the rules, and more. This is the heart of why we teach this. This is the heart of it. This is from the heart. Why is it that God gave us these rules? Why is it that marriage is between one man and one woman? Why is it that sex should only be in marriage? Why? Coming from the heart standpoint of things. From that, I'm currently reading the Catechism from front to back, so I know this stuff. I'm growing. Again, I grew up in Steubenville, Ohio. I would attend daily mass on Franciscan as a kid. I'm good friends with multiple of the seminarians in the Diocese of Steubenville. But the truth is, when it comes down to it, I want to talk more from the heart. I want to talk about it from that side. Because when it comes down to it, is God gave us all these rules, but He gave them for a reason. Let's talk about it from that standpoint. Let's talk about how the rules He gives us is a loving Father's rules. It's This is for your benefit. This is because the nature, the desires I gave you are good. Let's use them in the right ways. And so that's really what I want to talk about on this channel. Again, I will go over some like rule side of things and like, oh, this is what the church fathers taught. Oh, this is why the Eucharist is the truly the body and blood of Christ. I love researching things, so I'm going to do my research. But in the same way, I want to come more from the standpoint of less naming off all these different things. Naming off, well, the Catechism says this. Well, the truth is, that's not going to help people as much as just saying, hey, you know, God has called us to love. Jesus came down to die on the cross for us. God himself, incarnate, came down, suffered and died for us. He loves us. We sinned. It's on us. But then he said, I'm going to take on that anyways. And even in the Old Testament, one of the first things we see about God, even as he condemns us out of the garden, he's at the same time saying, but I will send you a savior. At that very moment, he's doing that. From the very beginning, he set that in place. From the very beginning, he knew the moment they ate the apple that he had to do this. He wanted to do this for us. That's incredible. People who think the Old Testament God is just harsh and all should look at God's covenant with Abraham and how he knew that Abraham would not stick up to his end of the bargain. So what did he do? He was the one who walked through the fire. Comes down to it, yes, all the rules matter, but what really matters is God is love. So we're going to talk about that on this channel. Again, I will talk about laws and rules and why we have them, but it comes down to just that in the end. So yeah, I don't know how fast this channel is going to blow up. I wasn't even thinking about making this channel for years from now, but I feel very strongly that God is calling me to do it now for some reason. And so I'm starting it now, and we'll see how it goes. If you actually do come across this video, I strongly recommend sending it to other people who may need this too, because I do really want to see if we could get this channel to blow up faster than just allowing the algorithm to slowly put out to people. Because the message I want to share here is a message more on looking at it from the heart side of things and not from just the rules. Try to help people who might see the Christian faith as just, why doesn't God allow same-sex union? Well, let's look from the heart side of things why that's the case. Let's look at that. So yeah, if you want something to see more videos like this, consider subscribing. I don't know how often I'll be able to post on here. I really want to try to post as often as I can. If you have any questions you want to ask, put them down below and I'll try to answer it. Again, one big thing I want to push with this channel is I'm not going to be coming across from the standpoint of I'm so great because I don't fall into sin at all. I'm so great because I have the perfect life. In another video that I'm going to be putting out on this channel very soon, hopefully, I'm going to be talking about my big struggle right now in my faith, living in Alaska. You can't tell. I moved up to Alaska 8 months ago, and it's been a big struggle in my faith. I've grown in my faith and shrunk in my faith in a lot of ways, if you get what I'm saying. Because when it comes down to it, I am definitely not perfect in my faith. And I want to come across, I might talk about stuff and say, this is what God teaches about this. But I am not going to pull a hypocrite on you guys and be like, oh, look how great I am. I struggle with a lot of sins. And you're going to hear about a lot of different topics on this channel. Some coming from a more mutual, just this is what God teaches. And some coming from, here's a struggle I struggle with, and I'm going to talk about it now. Like, just there's one big topic that's very dark that's going to be coming on this channel, probably no time soon. I'm going to say that. I want this channel to be a lot bigger before I address that whole thing, but I came upon a video talking about a certain topic, and it reminded me of something that I struggled with for years. I want to talk about that, but again, that is a topic that is too dark to start the channel with. So I'm leaving that at least until a year down the road or something, probably longer. Yeah, this is what this channel is going to be about. Hopefully I can be a witness for Christ to some people and help other people be a witness to Christ, because that's what we're here for. So yeah.